I am Heather Brown, and I have been teaching for CF Yogi for a while now, but I'm also now going to be teaching the kids yoga classes. So if that's something that you're interested in, I will be doing that as well. I think that that's everything you kind of need to know about me. So I'm going to give it on over to Colleen, who is another one of our wonderful teachers.
Hi, I'm Colleen. I am 36 and I have CF. I am also one of CF Yogi's regular adult yoga teachers. I'm finishing up my kids yoga training, so I am going to be one of the kids yoga teachers moving into our new program with Johns Hopkins and Beam, and I'm really excited about it. I'm going to be teaching a mini flow today, so stay tuned and that will be happening. And now we're going to introduce Katie, who is the founder of CF Yogi. So I'll hand it over to her.
Hi everyone, good morning. It's so exciting to see all of these faces. Some I know, some I don't know. Yeah, my name is Katie and I'm the co-founder of CF Yogi. I'm also an adult living with CF and a yoga instructor. And yeah, I'm pretty much just co-piloting behind the scenes today to keep the technology moving smoothly for everyone. So I'm going to hand it over to Myra next.
Hi, everyone. I am just bursting with excitement to see so many familiar faces and some new faces today. My name is Myra Jeffaloni. I am the mother of 2 children with cystic fibrosis who are here today. Jack and Abigail, if you're listening, you can give the camera a wave so people can see you. And I'm the CF Yogi co-founder along with Katie and the OG, the original kids yoga instructor. And I am just so thrilled to be sharing that spotlight with my friends Colleen and Heather, who have been incredibly successful with their adult yoga classes and are going to be so fun to practice kids yoga with as well. So we've got a really cool next 60 seconds lined up for you guys. So I'm going to share a screen with that agenda so everyone knows what to expect. But first, I want to just go through the chat here and see who is here. So Kate from Boston, big Kate, who helped us with our story times. It's so good to see you, Kate. Let's see, who else do we have? Carson from Lincoln, back in our old stomping grounds. Good to see you, Carson. And I see Jack and Abigail are here. Fiona is a new friendly face from Durham. Good to see you, Fiona. And let's see, that was all from the chat. I want to make sure that I can see everyone's faces. My mom, Kim Nichols, is here. Hi, Mom. Oh, Fiona, that's a great wheel pose. Look at that. And I see Sonali Doshi's little one. This is a treat. The second time, I think, this month, or maybe it was last month, I got to see you. So I'm so glad that you're here. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, I won't make you wait too long to get to the yoga part because I can see you guys are so excited to get going. And I'm admitting just one other person will continue to admit from the waiting room, but timing is perfect right before we go back to what our agenda is today. So you should see up on the screen, this was our welcome slide. If you haven't had a chance already, and you can find, this is like finding the hidden pictures, if you can find in Zoom where you can change your name using the rename button, this will really help us later when we want to call on you for show and tell, when we're announcing the winner of the water bottle that we'll be announcing near the end of the program. This will just be really helpful. If you can't find it, don't sweat. We will find out how to identify you in the Zoom open house today. Looks like everybody's got their video on, so y'all aced that one. Everyone's got their mute button, which is fabulous. That just helps us to be heard. Oh, and Colleen's showing us that water bottle, you guys. Colleen had just held it up and I missed it, but here it is. It's like a bowling pin shape. Like, how cool would it be to have like 10 of these and go bowling with them? But yeah, there's a limited quantity of those, and we will send you a brand new one if you are the lucky winner at the end of today's program. And lastly, chat. I think you guys have got that figured out. This is nobody's first Zoom, I'm assuming. Oh, hi, Simone. I just saw you guys join us. You're just in time. We're going to talk about what to expect here in the next 60 minutes. All right, so we are going to, as soon as I'm done talking here, we're going to flip over to Heather, who you met in the intro, and she is going to start us off with a mindful moment and one of my favorite kids yoga program items, kids yoga sun salutation. So this might be familiar to some of you that have joined our classes before. And then we're going to hand it over to Colleen, and she's going to do some kids yoga poses with us, a really fun yoga flow you can see by Colleen's t-shirt that she loves puppies and yoga. So lots of fun in store for you there. Then I'm going to read aloud from a brand new children's book that I'm holding up right now, 65 Roses for You. Available on Amazon. I'll share that link with you later. It's a really short story, but I think you're going to love it. I said 15 minutes here, but it's probably going to take about 5. And that will give us plenty of time to move to the announcement of our water bottle winner. We're going to do a fun little Wheel of Fortune spinny thing. And then we're going to turn the recording off. So that'll be the end of our recorded program right before we announce the winner. And then it's everybody else's turn to lead as you show us your pet, your plushie, your housemates, just say hi in our show and tell portion. So this is what we've got lined up for you. I'm going to check the chat. Okay, great. Katie popped in that agenda. And I am going to stop sharing my screen now and hand it over to my friend, Heather.
Right. Hello, everyone, once again. So, is everybody ready to do a little bit of yoga today? Yeah? Yeah? All right, so before we jump in and get started, make sure you've got a little bit of space around you. So I'm gonna head on back over to my mat. You don't have to have a mat. You could be sitting on a rug, you could be on a beach towel, you could be just anywhere, but you wanna make sure that there's plenty of space. So if you reach out big and wide, you're not gonna hit anything or anyone. Right? So make sure you've got space. And then we're just going to sit down for a moment. So I like to sit with my legs out straight, but you can sit with your legs crossed or underneath you. And just let's rub our hands together today. What happens if we rub our hands together? You start to feel the heat in between the palms of our hands. What does that feel like? And then bring our hands together. Ooh, what do you feel that sensation between the palms of your hands? What does that feel like in your body? Maybe close the eyes. And then and then bring the hands together at the heart center. Can we Om today? Ready? Om. See if you can feel the vibrations of your Om in your head and sometimes in your sinuses. It's kind of fun. Ready? We'll try one more time. Big breath in, reach out and up. Hands to the heart center. Om. Good job, everybody. Do you feel different? Did anything change? Are we ready for our sun salutation? So some of you guys know this one, and I'm a newbie at it. So bear with me, but the first time we're gonna go super slow, okay? So stand up, make sure you have your space, have your mat. We're gonna go toward the top skinny part. And you ready? I've got my notes taped up here, so we'll see if I can remember. Nice and slow. Up we go to say hello to the sun. Reaching nice and tall. Folding down, we say hello to the ground. Nice and forward. Plant those hands. Take a step back and beep, beep, beep. Put the other leg and lay down and go to sleep. Now we're awake. Wiggle up like a snake. So press those hands into the floor, shoulders down and back. Curling our toes, we lift into dog pose. Lengthen those legs, maybe bend the knees. Nice long back, release the head and the neck. Step forward again and beep, beep, beep. Step the other leg and reach to our feet. Now we're almost done. we lift up to the sun. Say goodbye to the sun. Hands to our heart. With our hands at our hearts, there's only one thing to say. 1, 2, 3, and namaste. Yeah, do you guys remember it? I don't remember it. I had to look at my notes. We're going to do it through 2 more times, okay? Maybe I can sing it better this time. You ready? Here we go. If you know it, maybe you can help me. Up we go to say hello
to the sun.
Thank you. Folding
down, we say hello to the ground.
Take a step back and beep, beep, beep. The other leg and lay down and go to sleep.
Now we're awake. We wiggle up like a snake.
Curl our toes, we lift into dog pose. Take another step forward and beep, beep, beep. And this is where I always forget it. Step the other leg and wave down at our feet. Now to finish our song, we lift up tall and strong. Reach for the sky to wave the sun goodbye with our hands to our hearts.
There's only one thing to say.
There we go. 1, 2, 3, and namaste. Thank you, Katie. We've got one more round to do, okay, guys? How about this? Can everybody who wants to unmute and we're all going to sing it together? Does that sound like fun? So if you want to, go ahead and unmute and everybody sing. All right, here we go. Up we go to say hello to the sun. Folding down, we say hello to the ground. Take a step back
and beep,
beep, beep, beep. Take the other leg
And go down and go to sleep.
Now we're awake, we wiggle up like a snake. Curling our toes, we lift into dog pose. Step forward again and beep, beep, beep. Step the other leg and wave down to our feet. Now to finish our song, we lift up tall and strong. Reach to the sky to wave the sun goodbye. With our hands at our hearts, there's only one thing to say. 1, 2, 3,
and namaste.
Beautiful. Thank you guys so much for helping me out. That was wonderful. I'm going to turn it over to Colleen, and she's going to keep us moving.
Yes. So Heather and Myra did the same kids yoga training that uses the song and the storytelling. Ideally, I'll be teaching some of our sort of young adult, teenage kids yogis. But for today and for who is here, I will go along and I will sing the song. So coming back to the top skinny part of our mat, we'll do that one more time. And you're welcome to sing with me because I'm not the best singer. So reaching up high, we say hello to the sky. Folding on down, we say hello to our feet. One step back, beep, beep, beep. Take another step back and lower down to sleep. Now we're awake, rolling our shoulders back like a snake. Tucking our toes, we'll shift back to dog pose. Now that we're here, we're gonna hold this for a little bit. We're gonna bend one knee at a time, sending one heel down at a time. So one knee bends and the other heel goes down. And we call this walking our dog. So we are in downward dog pose. And when we bend our legs, we're walking our dog and we're warming up our hamstrings. You probably feel it getting easier to fold this way as you keep walking. And then we'll come back to our song. Beep, beep, beep. Stepping one foot forward again. Second foot comes forward. I've forgotten the song completely. Inhaling, we'll stand up strong. Say hello to the sun again. Exhaling, bringing our hands to heart center. 1, 2, 3, namaste. I know is the end of the song. So inhaling, sending our arms up again. You can be singing the song in your head if it helps. Exhaling, we fold forward, saying hello to our feet. Beep, 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 stepping our one foot back. Second foot meets it, and then we are lowering down onto our bellies for our sleep. Pressing into our palms, rolling our shoulders back. We're lifting up like a snake. You can do a little wiggle here if you would like. And then instead of tucking our toes and going into dog pose here, gonna lift our booty up, keeping our knees on the ground, moving our hands back so that we're in our tabletop pose. We look like a table here, like we could balance our favorite drink or our CF Yogi water bottle on our back because our back is so flat. And here we'll play with our balance. So if you've ever seen a dog and it's looking straight ahead and it lifts one paw because it wants to go that way, but it's waiting for permission, we're gonna lift one paw and we're gonna extend that arm out in front of us. And then we're gonna lift the opposite leg and extend that back behind us. This is called bird dog pose. And if you're seeing a theme, I'm gonna lead you through all the doggy poses today. So first we did downward dog and now we're doing bird dog. Exhaling, you can bring that knee down, that hand back down. We'll do the same thing with the opposite hand and leg. So whichever paw you raise the first time is going to stay on the mat, and we're going to lift our other paw and extend it out in front of us, and then lifting our leg, sending that opposite leg out and back. And this is a balance challenge. If you're wobbling around, that's totally normal. We're working on improving our balance and concentration here. Exhaling, lowering that hand and knee back down to the mat. We'll do that first side again, lifting our paw, sending it straight out ahead, lifting the opposite leg, sending it straight back. Exhaling, bringing them down, and then the second side, lifting that other paw, sending it straight out, lifting the other leg, sending it straight back behind. Again, this is bird dog pose. Lowering both down on your exhale. Now we'll tuck our toes, send our booties up, and take a moment to walk our downward dog again. One knee bent, one heel down. And then shifting forward, we'll do our beep, beep, beep. Stepping one foot up, then the other one. Waving to our feet. Lifting on up, raising your arms up. Exhaling those hands to your heart. Inhaling, raising our arms up. Exhaling, waving hello to our feet. Stepping one foot back. Stepping the other foot back. Laying down onto our bellies. Going to sleep. Now we're awake. Rolling the shoulders back. Lifting ourselves up like the snake. Tucking our toes, lifting up to our downward dog pose. Here we'll do something very similar, but a little different. We're gonna lift one leg up. So it's sort of a combo. We call this a three-legged dog. And just for some fun here, we can move our knee around, wag our little tail, if you will. Have some fun in your three-legged dog pose. And then lowering that foot back down to the mat, we'll lift up our second foot and we can wag our tail again. Bending the knee, moving the leg around, getting some movement into our tail. Lowering it back down to the mat into our dog pose. And then beep, 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 stepping one foot forward. Bringing the other one to meet it. Inhaling, lifting up to stand. Exhaling, bringing our hands to heart center. You guys are doing great. We have one last dog pose. So inhaling, bringing our arms up. Exhaling, folding forward. Beep, beep, beep. One foot goes back. Second foot meets it, and we're lowering down to go to sleep. Lifting on up, we're an awake snake. This time we're doing the knees again, so not moving to doggy pose, but moving into our tabletop, remembering our back is flat. We could balance that water bottle if we wanted. And now here, we're gonna take our elbows and put them where our hands are. So that our elbows are where our hands used to be. And our table is not gonna hold anything anymore. From here, we can push our butt back and aim to bring our forehead to the mat. If it doesn't come all the way down, that's okay. But what we're doing here is called puppy pose. And this is a nice shoulder stretch. The kiddos probably aren't feeling it that much because kiddos are so flexible. But any of the adults in the room, this probably feels very nice. For me, it does. And then while we're here, we can wag our tail again. We can move our booty and have fun in our puppy pose. And lifting on up to that sort of lopsided table again, we'll put our hands back where our elbows are. We'll tuck our toes and lift on back to our dog pose. Beep, beep, beep. Bringing one foot forward. Stepping that second one up. Inhaling to stand. Exhaling, bringing our hands to our heart center. Gonna come on down this time. So inhaling the arms up. Exhaling into our forward fold, stepping one foot back, beep, beep, beep. Second one back, lowering down to the knees and coming to a seat. Moving your feet out from underneath you, coming into our crisscross applesauce, sort of easy seat that we started in. Gonna inhale both hands up like we were while we stood. Bringing one hand to the opposite knee and then sending that second hand directly behind us. We can face the wall beside us or we can gaze over our back shoulder. Getting a nice spinal twist here, reaching our heads towards the ceiling. Taking some deep breaths. Cooling on down. And then on an inhale, bringing those hands up to the sky again, facing forward. We'll take our second paw or hand and bring it to the other side knee. Bringing the other arm behind us, facing the wall beside us, or putting our gaze over our back shoulder, feeling a good twist. Inhaling, coming through center, just because we were doing the song thing. I'll close us out that same way. We'll do sunshine arms once, so arms up. Exhale, hands to our heart. How does the song go? What else is there to say? 1, 2, 3, namaste. Thank you, guys.
That was so wonderful. Thank you, Heather and Colleen. Whew. I don't know about you guys, but that got me really warmed up. And we did a wonderful cool down. I hope everyone had a chance to connect with their breath. If your wrists are feeling tired, you're welcome to do some wrist circles. Another great wrist stretch is to do like thriller arms, like act like you're a zombie. And then maybe you can even flip those upside down and do that stretch in the other direction or forward, and just gently tug your fingers back. So those are some fun things to do while everyone's settled in for our story now. So I'm going to do another screen sharing here, and we are going to follow along with the adventures of Theo, the puppy. We have a bit of a theme going today for 65 Roses for You. So bear with me for just a moment, and I'm going to shore that up for us. All right. And here we go. All right. Can you give me a thumbs up if you're seeing a brilliant drawing of Theo the puppy with a title 65 Roses?
We
don't have it yet.
Yeah, we only see the subject bar of the window, not the whole window.
Perfect. Let me give that one more try. I'm going to confuse Zoom a little bit. As always, I have a lot going on my computer. How about this time?
Perfect.
That's better.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, well, guys, do I ever have a special surprise for you? We have Jessica Burns, the author of 65 Roses for You, and the real life Theo joining us today. So you'll have the opportunity to meet Jessica and meet the real life Theo when we do our pet show and tell at the end. So little teaser for you guys to hang out to the very end. And I saw Wesley Stone has joined us since we started here. So hi, Wesley. Good to see you too. Okay, great. All right, 65 Roses for You, written and illustrated by the very talented Jessica Burns. My owner has 65 roses, you see. We're best friends for life. I'm her VIP. She takes me on walks with all of her friends. We explore and adventure on the weekends. She reads me bedtime stories at night about magic and castles and wizards taking flight. She always makes her stories exciting, especially when there's a dragon sighting. But when we watch movies, it's truly the best. She becomes a hero when she puts on her vest. She puffs out her chest and the bad guys go running. With all of these skills, she truly is stunning. I'm right by her side when she's under the weather. I know that she loves when we spend time together. She tells me my cuddles are the ultimate cure, and soon we're back out the door. She helps us live our lives to the fullest, making the most of each day. She's really the coolest. I know she'll be my best friend forever, and I'll be by her side whenever, wherever. She makes us big meals. They're always so yummy. And when we're done feasting, she rubs my tummy. In an eating competition, she'll always take first. In foreign cuisine, she's truly well-versed. While summer was fun, it comes to an end. She'll go back to school and be with her friends. But first, it's time to see our favorite nurse. My owner says she's the best in the universe. My owner has 65 roses, you see. So some of the times, it's just her and me. She's spending time with her doctors today, so I went to explore and met some friends along the way. First, it's time to see my good friend Petey. His owner, Patricia, has diabetes. His legs very well may be short to the ground, but his vocabulary is truly renowned. Next, I'm off to see my best friend Panther. His owner, Sophia, is living with cancer. Since we seem to run into each other a lot, a friendship like ours just can't be bought. A new dog, you say, named Princess Rossi? Her owner, Tom, has cerebral palsy. New friends always make me so happy, even if she's a little bit yappy. A quick woof woof to my good friend Blue. Her owner is there for a breathing treatment too. His name is Ari, and he's asthmatic. When Blue sees me, she gets truly ecstatic. I've gathered 65 roses for you. I'll be here always for what you go through. Because to me, you're truly the best. I know that I'm lucky. I'm really blessed. My owner has 65 roses, you see, but the best part of all, she'll always have me. And that is the end of this wonderful tale. The next pages in the book, and I'm going to flip through just a few of them quickly, talk a little bit about what cystic fibrosis is. And I know a lot of the folks on this call have cystic fibrosis and know this information very well. But you may not know the story of 65 roses and why you often see roses when people are talking about cystic fibrosis. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to learn that today. Mary G. Weiss started volunteering for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation in 1965, coincidentally, after her 3 sons were diagnosed with CF. So as she called civic clubs, social and service organizations seeking financial support for CF research, her 4-year-old Ricky listened closely. After many calls, Ricky came into the room to let his mom know that he knew what she was working for. And Mary was confused because he didn't know what she was doing or that he even had CF. She asked him, "What am I working for, Ricky?" He said, "Oh, you're working for 65 roses," because that's what he heard when she said cystic fibrosis. So since 1965, the term 65 roses has been used by children of all ages to describe their disease if they can't pronounce cystic fibrosis. However, making it easier to say doesn't make it easier to live with. And so with that, Jessica, the author and illustrator of this book, is helping out people with cystic fibrosis by selling this book and donating the proceeds to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, which is working hard to help people live long, full, happy, exciting lives and get to do things like this because they have cystic fibrosis. Katie has popped the chat to the link in Amazon where you can purchase a copy of this book. And speaking of fundraisers, I'm going to pop one more slide on the screen here. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing this screen and start sharing one more screen just to let you know where we're at in our agenda. Right here, finishing our read aloud from 65 Roses for You. Next up, I'm going to hand it to Heather for the announcement of the winner of our water bottle before we go into show and tell. But the last thing I want to talk about is our program, CF Yogi. So might be new for some of you. I see some of my friends here that have been in classes before. I'm not going to read this slide to you, but what I want to let you know is that we are a program that is grant funded. So in fact, our very first program year was kicked off by a grant that we received from the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, where they were an impact grant program looking for people in the CF community wanting to provide opportunity to other people in the CF community. And the opportunity we saw was to make the practice of yoga freely available to everyone for a lot of reasons, because we loved it and we wanted to share it with you being first and foremost. So we offer these live classes. Our programs focus primarily on adults, and that's been very successful. And we are at a point where we're ready to take kids yoga offerings to the next level, thanks to a grant that we received from Vertex, the makers of Trikafta, and in collaboration with Johns Hopkins CF Center and our friends at Beam, an online exercise platform for people with medical conditions. And we are looking to raise about $2,000 to cover the cost of kind of just some admin fees for our fiscal sponsor that allows us to focus our work on the content we create versus running a nonprofit of our own. And Katie's also going to pop the link to donate to that fundraiser in the chat as well. No pressure. This event is for you. We love offering things to you, which is why we're giving away a water bottle. But I do want to let you know that we've had one friend and very generous supporter offer to match donations for this particular CF Yogi fundraising campaign up to $1,000, and we still have some of that opportunity left. So share on social media. You'll see plenty of our posts there. You can follow us at Yoga for CF on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. We're not on TikTok yet, but people keep telling us we need to go there. So that's the end of my spiel. And I want to hand it over to Heather now for the highly anticipated choosing of the winner for the water bottle today.
There we go. All right. So before we do the water bottle, I just want to take a moment to close this out for anyone who is joining us later. So thank you so much for joining. And we hope to see you in some CF Yogi classes or, around in the community. So thank you so much. And we'll sign off the recording and get on to our more personal interaction for today's event.